Hey, today I want to give my testimony about HAFALI. My name is Valencia Fayette, and I have known HAFALI since 2001. And, and since then, I wore many hats at HAFALI. HAFALI is very dear to my heart, and I appreciate everything that it stands for. Its mission is to empower the Haitian community, advocate, and educate, starting from one person to the community at large. You can be certain with Mary's, which is Mary's is the force behind HAFALI. There you will find a solution, or you can find a plan of action. My encounter with Mary's was to the Haitian Apostolate Ministry of Rockville Center in Long Island, where Mary's was the coordinator of the office. Um, conducted leading five, I should say, leading five churches that has Haitian Mass in Long Island. The office sent a flyer to the churches to gather for a spiritual enrichment for the communities. And the fly I when I went to the activity, I was the only parishioner of Saint Martha in my church. And since then, I became their representative since I was the only one showing up. Okay. So after the lecture, Mary's made an announcement saying that HAFALI is a cultural it's a social organization that deal with Haitian culture, and 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 the goal is to empower, and not only empower, and it's bridging the gap between Haiti and here. So when we come here, so we don't get lost, you know. So Mary's and the organization and HAFALI kind of lead you or help you to to cope in this country. So my encounter with HAFALI, so when after the event, Mary's announced the HAFALI's event. So when I went there, Mary's asked me, what do I do? What are my skills? And I informed Mary's that I am a designer, I am a clothes designer, and a certified millionaire. I make hats and clothes. And Mary's replied that I was a full designer. And she also informed me that she has a youth group that are always dancing. I could make them their costume. And sure enough, when I went to the next event, before I went to the next event, I worked with the group, with the youth group, which also included my daughter and my niece that also found HAFALI. And there were about 10, 10, 10 groups, 10 youth And when I went to the show, I came with my camera to record my creation and cover the activity. So since then, I became the community photographer for the Asian Apostolate and HAFALI because it's they kind of intertwine to me. Okay, according to Mary's too. Okay, so um, HAFALI is dealing with HAFALI as it has opened many opportunities for me, and HAFALI became it became it became a venue. It's became a venue of exploration for me. Okay, because I get to not only advance my career. It's I can always I can always come up with an idea and I would do it, and there's always an activity happening, you know. So it it's it's it support my curiosity. So one time for I remember for Mary's always have a plan and I always have I, I'm always part of the plans. And for let's say for carnival, you know, we find a way to bring a queen, and that was my introduction to my sister. My sister joined also HAFALI based on that, and the way what we did, my sister, we made a float out of a trolley, and my sister was the queen, and guided by her children, and the audience has seen for the first time at HAFALI a a mobile queen. So this is one of the type of activities that I get to explore. Okay, so another plan of Marie's was challenging. Marie's had a group called the Challengers. The Challengers were a group of ladies, not so young, you know, married, not married, you know, have children, which, so according to Marie's, we're going to challenge our mind, our body, and our everything. Okay. Sure enough, I was dancing. I couldn't believe I was dancing. I was part of the group. Not only I made their costume, but I was dancing. And that was so funny, and the audience loved it because they couldn't believe, you know, you can say, those gammon or dancing who are that young, you know. We have children and all these things, grown children. And here we are with all our fat, with all our bellies, go there, see there, big boobs, big, and everything. Oh my God. I myself, I couldn't believe I was dancing. And I was fine behind the show, fixing dresses and all these things. Here I am, I was dancing, thanks to my wrist. you know. So Okay. My my involvement only limited to wasn't only limited to my creative talents, to my artistic talents. And like I said, I wore many hats over the years. I was part of the PI. So my job was to look for sponsors in the communities. I would go door to doors to the businesses where I can ask them to support HAFALI. That was a task. And, you know, and at some point I was on the board also. I was a part of the board of trustee for a short time. I was able to understand the work that comes behind the shows. That's no joke. There's a lot of work attached to those activities. Then I have so much appreciation for not only HAFALI, anybody that can put up a show, because I know it's not easy. It's not easy. The people you have to contact, people you have to put together, things you have to put together, and everything has to be on point. And and I also know when something goes wrong, when somebody doesn't show up or somebody decide to change their mind or something. It's not that easy. And it's affect the whole plan. Okay, so that was an opportunity that I get to appreciate it, to appreciate. Okay, HAFALI also, like I said before, HAFALI is about educating the community, the Asian community. And I get to appreciate also lectures, seminars. I get to Mary's always bring, you know always look for professionals, elected officials to inform the community. And that's another, it's not an easy thing also, because HAFALI is about empowering. Those activities empower the community. When we come together, we learn together, and we get to be proactive. We get to voice our opinion, our you know um, so Maris is always working. Her mind is always going. She's always going. She she she's really the force. The moving force, the working force of HAFALI. One thing I forgot, because of Mary's dedication, I I forgot to say that I work with seniors as well. So those seniors, that was part of the creative realm. Um, I was the coordinator for the art and craft program of the seniors, of the HAFALI seniors. And that program, because of Mary's dedication, that program was featured in Newsday. Yes. So not only I taught them I taught them how to do crafts. And that program was very dear to me, because it was, it's one of the plans that it's part of my plans. It's part of my my plans that I plan to do for myself, with as a plan and everything. But I was able I was happy to make it, to see it happen at HAFALI, because I get to see the process. I get to see, do I like it? Do I not like it? You know, uh, that's a good thing. Okay, so Newsday came we used to go to a center, to a ESC, in collaboration with ESC, in collaboration with HAFALI, and they came to speak to those seniors, to listen to them, ask them. They were interested in knowing their opinion and having their opinion about their experiences in Long Island. That was a very good. That was very nice. And all these things, all these activities, all part of the mission, to be known, to now that we're here, we you know many of us have been here for some time now, and we are very much alive in Long Island. And there's a good number of Asian in Long Island, so it's not that we're very visible, and you can be sure Afali will let you know. Will you know we're very much alive in Long Island, and that was their concern, to put those seniors' stories on Newsday. Yes. So Afali, like I said, Afali is very dear to my heart. You know, it's I learn a lot from Afali, and I also give a lot, which is a good combination. And because I'm also learning, you know, with those seminars and everything. And guess what? I always come with my son. I always come with my children. I come with my niece. I come with, I also introduce my family into Afali, because I am involved. So we kind of grow together. We all grow together. So, you know, my son, because he was always with me, so he get to listen to those professionals, and professionals, elected official, and all these people. So that stimulated his his abilities. And as a young boy, you know, he find his passion, his politics, and he went and studied politics. You know, he was he was in he was in high school when he started to listen to those people, and he he made social science, he made political science his base. Okay, his base, because learning learning has different form, all type of form. When you're accustomed to listen to constructive, professionals, people that are talking about what they know and giving their experience as well, you can be inspired. And you never know who's going to be inspired when you when you surrounded yourself with good vibes and learning. Okay. So, like I said, even myself, I am always learning. It's never. There's always something to learn, and HAFALI is has offered that you know that it offers that to me. And I do appreciate it. you know. Okay. So HAFALI is a community organizer with Haitian flavor, and you can be sure, there's always something you can take away from, you can learn from, and it can start from each other. We can learn from each other. We can learn from our culture, and I can also say I learned my culture from my family, because I don't think I had a good idea of my culture. I knew what my family was doing, but I didn't know what Haiti was doing. So that's the idea of getting together also. You learn from each other, and you learn from your culture. You learn the culture, and we also learn to cope in this country. That's the goal of AFALI, and that's Mary's embrace that very well, because that's his goal. His goal is to empower us, and I think she did a good job. And Mary's is very zealous about AFALI, and I can understand why, because she understand the work that can be done and that should be done, and she's not going to rest until she sees it's continue. This is my. I think I'm going to stop here.